Jimmy Donaldson, better known as MrBeast, was born on May 7, 1998, in Kansas, USA. He grew up in a small town called Greenville in North Carolina. Jimmy was a curious and creative kid who always wanted to do something different. He was not the best student in school, but he loved watching YouTube videos. Little did he know that one day he would become one of the biggest YouTubers in the world. Jimmy's journey began when he was just 13 years old. He created his first YouTube channel in 2012 and named it MrBeast 6000. At first, he uploaded random videos about video games, funny clips, and reaction videos. He didn't get many views, but he didn't give up. He kept experimenting, trying to find out what worked. In those early days, Jimmy didn't have expensive equipment or a big team. He recorded videos using a basic camera and edited them on his laptop. He spent hours learning how to edit and improve his content. It wasn't easy, but Jimmy believed in himself. He knew that success wouldn't come overnight, so he kept working hard. One of Jimmy's biggest strengths was his patience. He didn't care about quick fame. Instead, he focused on making each video better than the last. He also spent time studying other successful YouTubers. He analyzed their videos to figure out what made them popular. Jimmy understood that creating great content was more important than chasing views. For the first few years, Jimmy's channel grew slowly. He celebrated small milestones like getting 100 subscribers and then 1,000 subscribers. Each new subscriber motivated him to work harder. Jimmy also built a small group of loyal fans who supported him from the beginning. They enjoyed his content and often gave him feedback. In 2016, Jimmy had a breakthrough moment. He uploaded a video titled "Counting to 100,000." It was a crazy idea. Jimmy sat in front of the camera and counted all the way to 100,000. The video was over 24 hours long, but it went viral. People were amazed by his dedication and creativity. The video gained millions of views, and Jimmy's channel started to grow rapidly. This was the turning point in Jimmy's career. He realized that people loved unique and extreme challenges. So he started creating more videos like this. He tried other challenges, such as reading the dictionary, watching the same video for 10 hours, and spinning a fidget spinner for 24 hours. Each video pushed the limits and attracted more viewers. But Jimmy didn't stop there. He wanted to do more than just entertain people. He wanted to make a difference. In 2017, he started giving away money in his videos. At first, it was small amounts, like $100 or $1,000, but soon he began giving away larger sums. He gave money to strangers, tipped delivery drivers with stacks of cash, and even donated to charities. People loved his generosity, and his videos quickly gained millions of views. Jimmy's giveaways were not just about the money. They were about spreading positivity and inspiring others to be kind. Fans admired him for his big heart and creative ideas. Jimmy's popularity skyrocketed, and his channel gained millions of subscribers. By the end of 2018, MrBeast had become a household name. He was no longer just a YouTuber, he was a phenomenon. But Jimmy knew that this was just the beginning. He had bigger plans for the future, and he was ready to take his channel to the next level. After his viral success in 2016, Jimmy Donaldson, or MrBeast, knew he had found his formula. He was no longer just a kid experimenting with random videos. He was a rising star. But Jimmy wasn't satisfied. He wanted to push himself even further and take his content to the next level. Jimmy started planning bigger and bolder ideas. He spent hours brainstorming with his small group of friends, who also doubled as his team. They would sit around discussing crazy challenges and unique concepts that no one had ever attempted before. Jimmy believed that if he kept surprising his audience, his channel would continue to grow. In early 2017, Jimmy made one of his most iconic videos, giving $10,000 to a homeless man. It wasn't just about the money. It was about changing lives. The video showed the impact kindness could have, and viewers loved it. It quickly went viral, and Jimmy's reputation as the generous YouTuber started to grow. But giving away money wasn't easy at first. Jimmy didn't have a lot of funds, so he used the money he earned from brand deals and YouTube ads. Instead of saving it, he reinvested everything back into his videos. Many people thought he was crazy, but Jimmy believed in his vision. He knew that if he created content people cared about, success would follow. Jimmy also began experimenting with large-scale challenges. He rented out a grocery store and let people take whatever they wanted for free. He hosted competitions where the winner took home thousands of dollars. Each new video had a bigger prize, crazier stunts, and more emotional moments. Fans couldn't get enough. As his channel grew, Jimmy realized he couldn't do it alone. He started building a team of friends and creators who shared his passion. Chandler, Chris, and Carl became regular faces in his videos. Together, they brainstormed ideas, filmed content, and supported each other. The team's chemistry and humor made the videos even more enjoyable. Jimmy's attention to detail set him apart from other YouTubers. He spent hours editing videos to make sure every second was entertaining. He tested different thumbnails and titles to grab viewers' attention. He even studied YouTube's algorithm to understand how to reach more people. Jimmy treated his channel like a business, constantly looking for ways to improve. By late 2017, MrBeast had hit 1 million subscribers. It was a dream come true, but Jimmy didn't slow down. He kept raising the bar with every video. In one challenge, he buried himself alive in a coffin for 24 hours. In another, he spent 24 hours underwater. These extreme challenges pushed him physically and mentally, but they also earned him millions of views. Jimmy's dedication was inspiring, but it wasn't without challenges. There were times when he felt exhausted and overwhelmed. He spent long hours planning, filming, and editing. He also faced criticism from people who doubted his motives. Some accused him of giving away money just for views, but Jimmy didn't let the negativity stop him. He focused on his goals and kept moving forward. In 2018, Jimmy decided to take his giveaways to the next level. He started hosting massive competitions with prizes like houses and cars. He rented out arenas, built giant obstacle courses, and created game shows. Each event felt like a mini-movie, and fans were hooked. One of his most famous videos from this time was "Last to Leave the Circle Wins $10,000." Contestants had to stay inside a circle for as long as possible, and the last person standing won the prize. It was simple, but addictive to watch. The video became an instant hit, and similar challenges followed. Jimmy also expanded his reach by collaborating with other creators. He teamed up with PewDiePie during the "Subscribe to PewDiePie" movement, gaining millions of new subscribers in the process. He even supported smaller YouTubers by donating equipment and promoting their channels. Fans loved his generosity, and his influence continued to grow. By the end of 2018, MrBeast had over 10 million subscribers. He was no longer just a YouTuber, he was a brand. Companies lined up to sponsor his videos, and his revenue skyrocketed. But instead of keeping the money for himself, Jimmy kept reinvesting it into bigger projects. He also started focusing on charitable work. He planted trees, helped clean up oceans, and supported disaster relief efforts. Jimmy wanted to use his platform for good, and his fans supported him every step of the way. Despite his success, Jimmy remained humble. He often shared stories about his early struggles and thanked his fans for their support. He made it clear that his journey wasn't about money, it was about making a difference. As MrBeast's empire grew, so did his dreams. He started talking about opening food banks, building homes for the homeless, and funding education programs. Jimmy's vision was bigger than YouTube, and he was just getting started. By 2019, MrBeast was no longer just a YouTube creator. He was a force for good. His creative challenges and massive giveaways had already gained millions of fans, but Jimmy Donaldson wanted to do more. He dreamed of making a lasting impact on the world, and he was ready to take his mission to the next level. Jimmy's first major step into philanthropy came with the launch of his viral campaign, Team Trees. In October 2019, he teamed up with fellow YouTuber Mark Rober and the Arbor Day Foundation to plant 20 million trees. The idea was simple but powerful. Each dollar donated would plant one tree. The campaign quickly gained traction, attracting donations from fans, celebrities, and even tech billionaires like Elon Musk and Twitter's Jack Dorsey. Within just a few months, Dice Team Trees raised over $20 million. Jimmy's vision of making a difference had become a reality, and the project inspired others to take action. It proved that social media could be used as a tool for positive change. Inspired by the success of Team Trees, Jimmy began exploring other ways to give back. He started funding scholarships for students, donating supplies to schools, and paying off medical bills for struggling families. His videos often highlighted personal stories, showing the real impact his generosity had on people's lives. One of his most memorable videos during this time was the Free Car Dealership Challenge. Jimmy bought dozens of cars and set up a dealership where every car was free. People were stunned as they walked in expecting discounts, but left with brand new cars without paying a penny. The video quickly went viral, and fans praised Jimmy for helping so many people. Jimmy also expanded his challenges to include life-changing prizes. He hosted scavenger hunts, treasure hunts, and survival games where contestants could win houses, yachts, and even private islands. These videos not only entertained viewers, but also changed the lives of the winners forever. Despite the growing scale of his projects, Jimmy never lost sight of his mission to inspire kindness. He encouraged his audience to help others in their communities, showing that small acts of generosity could make a big difference. Fans began sharing their own acts of kindness, turning Jimmy's movement into something much larger than himself. In 2020, MrBeast faced a new challenge, the global pandemic. As COVID-19 swept across the world, Jimmy stepped up to help. He launched food drives, donated masks and supplies to hospitals, and supported families struggling during lockdowns. He also started his own charity, Beast Philanthropy, to make his efforts more organized and impactful. Beast Philanthropy became a platform for larger projects. Jimmy opened food banks to fight hunger and built wells in communities without clean water. He also started helping disaster victims, rebuilding homes and schools destroyed by storms. Each new project showed his commitment to making the world a better place. Jimmy's focus on charity didn't mean he stopped making entertaining videos. In fact, his philanthropic projects often doubled as challenges. In one video, he gave contestants $1 million to spend in 24 hours, encouraging them to donate part of the money to charity. The combination of fun and generosity kept viewers engaged and inspired. One of the most emotional moments in Jimmy's journey came when he paid for 1,000 blind people to receive eye surgery. The video captured the life-changing reactions of people who could see clearly for the first time. It reminded viewers of the impact that generosity could have, and the video became one of his most popular uploads. Jimmy's philanthropy also extended to helping other creators. He supported small YouTubers by funding their projects, giving them shout-outs, and offering advice. Many of these creators saw their channels grow thanks to Jimmy's support, proving that success could be shared. By the end of 2021, MrBeast's channel had grown to over 80 million subscribers. His videos continued to break records and his impact stretched far beyond YouTube. But Jimmy remained grounded. He often reminded fans that he started with nothing, a teenager making videos in his bedroom, and that anyone could achieve their dreams with hard work and creativity. Jimmy's journey into philanthropy taught him valuable lessons. He learned how to organize large-scale projects, work with charities, and inspire others to give back. He also realized that making a difference didn't require millions of dollars. It started with a single act of kindness. As his influence grew, so did his goals. Jimmy began talking about opening schools, creating shelters, and even addressing global issues like poverty and climate change. He wanted his legacy to be about more than entertainment. He wanted to leave the world better than he found it. Despite his growing fame, Jimmy stayed connected to his fans. He often replied to comments, hosted giveaways, and even invited viewers to join his challenges. His ability to stay humble and relatable made him even more popular. Jimmy's work didn't go unnoticed. He received awards and recognition for his efforts, including the Streamy Award for Social Good and YouTuber of the Year. But for Jimmy, the greatest reward was seeing the impact of his work. Every smile, every thank you, and every changed life motivated him to keep going. As MrBeast's influence grew, Jimmy Donaldson began to explore new ways to expand his empire. By 2022, he was no longer just a YouTuber. He was a businessman, philanthropist, and innovator. His goal was to create businesses and projects that could fuel his mission of entertainment and generosity. One of Jimmy's first major ventures was launching his own burger chain, MrBeast Burger. In December 2020, he surprised fans by opening his first location in North Carolina. The grand opening attracted thousands of people, with cars lined up for miles. Jimmy and his team handed out free burgers, cash prizes, and even gave away a car to one lucky customer. MrBeast Burger was different from traditional restaurants. Instead of opening physical stores, Jimmy partnered with ghost kitchens, restaurants that only offer delivery. This allowed him to quickly expand across the United States and even internationally. Fans could order a MrBeast burger from their phones and have it delivered to their homes. The burger chain became an instant hit. Fans loved the food, and Jimmy's name helped spread the word. The launch video documenting the event went viral, adding millions of views to his channel. Jimmy used the profits from the business to fund even bigger videos and charitable projects, proving that his entrepreneurial spirit could fuel his mission. After the success of MrBeast Burger, Jimmy set his sights on the snack industry. In 2022, he launched Feastables, a brand of chocolate bars. The product was not just about taste, it was also about fun. Each bar came with a chance to win prizes, including cash, cars, and even a golden ticket to compete in a MrBeast challenge. Feastables quickly became a bestseller. Jimmy promoted the brand heavily on his channel, showing fans how their purchases helped fund his videos and charitable projects. The success of Feastables proved that Jimmy could build businesses that entertained while giving back. Despite his growing business empire, Jimmy never lost focus on his main platform, YouTube. He continued pushing boundaries with his videos, creating massive challenges and experiments that captured the imagination of millions. One of his most ambitious projects was recreating the hit Netflix show Squid Game. In this video, Jimmy built life-sized sets and invited 456 contestants to compete for a prize of $456,000. The production was massive, requiring months of planning and a huge budget. Fans were blown away by the scale of the project, and the video quickly became one of his most watched uploads. Jimmy's ability to combine entertainment with generosity kept him ahead of the competition. He reinvested every dollar he earned into making bigger and better content. From building elaborate mazes to hosting extreme survival challenges, Jimmy's creativity knew no bounds. At the same time, he continued to expand his charitable efforts. Beast Philanthropy grew into a full-fledged organization, running food banks, disaster relief programs, and education projects. Jimmy's videos highlighted these efforts, showing viewers how their support made a difference. One of the standout projects from this period was his campaign to clean the oceans. Partnering with Mark Robber once again, Jimmy launched #TeamSeas in 2021. The goal was to raise $30 million to remove 30 million pounds of trash from the oceans. The campaign received massive support, and Jimmy once again showed that online communities could drive real-world change. As his popularity grew, Jimmy also began to inspire other creators. He shared tips on video production, audience engagement, and building sustainable businesses. Many YouTubers saw Jimmy as a mentor, and he often collaborated with smaller creators to help them grow. Jimmy's success wasn't without challenges. Running multiple businesses, a charity, and a YouTube channel required careful planning and hard work. There were times when he felt overwhelmed, but he leaned on his team for support. Chandler, Chris, Carl, and the rest of the crew played key roles in managing different aspects of the operation. Despite the pressure, Jimmy remained focused on his mission. He believed that his work was about more than views or money. It was about inspiring others. He often reminded his fans that his journey started with simple ideas and a passion for creating. By 2023, MrBeast had become a global icon. His channel crossed 100 million subscribers, making him one of the most watched creators in the world. He had also built a business empire that included food, merchandise, and online platforms, all while staying true to his values of generosity and fun. Jimmy's ability to reinvent himself kept him at the top. Whether he was launching a new business, hosting a charity drive, or filming an outrageous challenge, fans always knew they could expect something exciting. His willingness to take risks and learn from failures made him a role model for creators everywhere. But Jimmy wasn't done yet. He had bigger plans for the future, expanding his businesses, launching more charitable projects, and reaching new audiences. He wanted to keep pushing the limits of what was possible and inspire millions more to dream big. By 2023, Jimmy Donaldson, widely known as MrBeast, had become more than just a YouTube sensation. He was a symbol of innovation, generosity, and ambition. With his businesses flourishing and his philanthropic efforts gaining global recognition, Jimmy began focusing on building a legacy that would last for generations. One of Jimmy's main priorities was expanding Beast philanthropy. His charity continued to grow, providing food, shelter, and education to thousands of people worldwide. Jimmy was determined to tackle issues like poverty and hunger head-on. He opened more food banks and distribution centers, ensuring that families in need received regular support. Each project was documented on his philanthropy channel, inspiring millions of viewers to get involved. One of the standout projects during this period was the 1,000 Wells campaign. Jimmy partnered with engineers and local organizations to provide clean drinking water to communities without access. The videos capturing the joy and gratitude of people receiving clean water touched hearts worldwide and attracted millions of views. At the same time, Jimmy expanded his focus on education. He began building schools in underdeveloped regions, providing classrooms, libraries, and technology to students who had little access to learning resources. He also created scholarship programs, giving deserving students the chance to pursue higher education. His efforts showed that education could transform lives, and fans rallied behind his mission. While philanthropy remained at the core of Jimmy's work, he didn't stop pushing creative boundaries. He continued producing jaw-dropping videos that broke records and kept fans glued to their screens. One of his most ambitious projects was creating a real-life treasure hunt where contestants searched for hidden chests worth millions of dollars. The challenge required solving puzzles, navigating obstacles, and forming alliances, making it one of his most engaging videos yet. Jimmy also began exploring opportunities outside YouTube. He invested in technology startups, focusing on companies that aligned with his values of sustainability and social impact. He saw these investments as another way to create positive change, using his platform and resources to support innovation. Despite his massive success, Jimmy remained grounded. He often spoke about his humble beginnings and reminded fans that hard work and persistence were key to achieving dreams. He continued to involve his friends and team in his videos, keeping the fun and friendship that made his channel so relatable. One of the secrets to Jimmy's success was his ability to adapt. As trends changed, he stayed ahead of the curve by experimenting with new formats and ideas. He explored virtual reality content, interactive challenges, and live-streamed events, keeping his audience engaged and excited. Jimmy also paid attention to the business side of his empire. He carefully managed his growing network of companies, ensuring they supported his larger mission. MrBeast Burger expanded to more countries, and Feastables introduced new flavors and products. Both businesses continued to fund his philanthropic efforts, creating a cycle of growth and impact. Collaborations played a big role in Jimmy's growth. He worked with celebrities, athletes, and influencers, bringing fresh energy to his videos. These partnerships not only boosted his reach, but also introduced his content to new audiences. In 2023, Jimmy made headlines again by launching Beast Studios, a production company focused on creating original content for streaming platforms. The studio aimed to produce shows and documentaries that combined entertainment with powerful messages. Jimmy saw this as another way to inspire people and spread positivity. While expanding his empire, Jimmy faced challenges too. Managing multiple businesses and projects required long hours and careful planning. There were times when videos didn't perform as expected or projects faced delays. But Jimmy's ability to learn from setbacks and keep pushing forward kept him on track. He also faced criticism from some who questioned whether his philanthropy was just for views. Jimmy addressed these concerns openly, explaining that his goal was to use his platform to inspire others to give back. His transparency and sincerity won over many skeptics, proving that his intentions were genuine. Jimmy's journey also highlighted the importance of teamwork. He often credited his crew, Chandler, Chris, Carl, and others, for helping bring his ideas to life. Their chemistry and humor added to the charm of his videos, making them even more enjoyable. As his influence grew, Jimmy began thinking about the future. He talked about creating a foundation to continue his charitable work even after his YouTube career slowed down. He wanted Beast Philanthropy to outlive him, ensuring that his mission of kindness and generosity would continue. Jimmy's vision extended to global issues as well. He started discussing plans to address climate change, build more sustainable communities, and improve access to healthcare. His fans admired his ambition and supported his efforts to tackle big challenges. In the midst of his busy schedule, Jimmy still made time for his fans. He often responded to comments, hosted live chats, and gave shout-outs to supporters. His connection with viewers remained strong, making them feel like they were part of his journey. By the end of 2023, MrBeast had cemented his place as one of the most influential creators of his generation. His impact stretched far beyond YouTube, reaching millions through his businesses, charity, and collaborations. But for Jimmy, the journey was far from over. By 2024, Jimmy Donaldson, better known as MrBeast, had become a global phenomenon. His impact was no longer limited to YouTube. It spanned continents, industries, and causes. With millions of fans worldwide, Jimmy set his sights on expanding his influence internationally while staying true to his mission of entertainment and generosity. One of Jimmy's first steps toward global expansion was translating his videos into multiple languages. He hired voice actors to dub his content in Spanish, Portuguese, French, and Hindi, among others. This allowed him to reach non-English-speaking audiences and grow his subscriber base even further. Fans from different countries connected with his videos, and soon his channel was attracting viewers from every corner of the globe. To strengthen his global reach, Jimmy began traveling to different countries to create content. He filmed challenges, giveaways, and philanthropic projects in places like Brazil, India, and Africa. In one video, he built homes for families living in poverty in South America. In another, he installed solar panels to provide electricity to remote villages in Africa. These efforts resonated with international audiences who admired his commitment to helping people everywhere. Jimmy's approach to international expansion wasn't just about views. It was about impact. He collaborated with local charities and organizations to ensure his projects made a lasting difference. For example, he partnered with engineers and construction teams to build schools and water wells in underserved communities. Fans were amazed by the scale of these projects, and many donated to support his work. At the same time, Jimmy continued to innovate on his main platform. He launched interactive challenges where fans could participate virtually, competing in games and puzzles for cash prizes. These online events allowed him to engage with viewers from around the world, making them feel like part of his journey. Jimmy also hosted large-scale giveaways abroad. In one memorable video, he visited a village and surprised families with food, clothing, and medical supplies. In another, he organized a massive scavenger hunt in Europe, where participants searched for clues to win life-changing prizes. These videos showcased his ability to combine entertainment with generosity, attracting millions of views. Despite his success, Jimmy faced challenges during his global expansion. Language barriers, cultural differences, and logistical issues sometimes slowed down projects. However, he tackled these obstacles with determination, learning from each experience and improving his approach. Jimmy's commitment to philanthropy remained strong. Beast Philanthropy expanded internationally, launching food banks and relief programs in disaster-affected areas. His team worked closely with local organizations to deliver aid quickly and efficiently. Fans admired his dedication to helping those in need, no matter where they lived. To manage his growing empire, Jimmy built a larger team of experts and specialists. He hired translators, project managers, and production crews to handle international operations. This allowed him to scale his efforts without compromising quality. His ability to delegate tasks and trust his team played a big role in his continued growth. Jimmy also focused on sustainability. He supported eco-friendly initiatives like tree planting, ocean cleanup, and renewable energy projects. His campaigns, such as #TeamTrees and #TeamSeas, inspired fans to take action, proving that collective efforts could create real change. As his influence spread, Jimmy began collaborating with global brands and celebrities. These partnerships helped him fund bigger projects and reach even larger audiences. He worked with international charities, tech companies, and governments to tackle issues like hunger, education, and clean energy. In one groundbreaking project, Jimmy partnered with a nonprofit organization to distribute 10 million meals to families facing food insecurity. The video documenting the effort not only raised awareness, but also encouraged viewers to donate and volunteer. Despite his busy schedule, Jimmy remained grounded. He continued interacting with fans on social media, answering questions, and sharing personal updates. His humility and authenticity kept his audience loyal, even as his fame grew. Jimmy's journey also inspired other creators. Many followed his example, using their platforms to raise money for charity and support important causes. Jimmy often shared advice with fellow YouTubers, encouraging them to stay creative and focused on their goals. As 2024 progressed, Jimmy's influence showed no signs of slowing down. He launched new businesses, including eco-friendly products and educational apps. These ventures aligned with his mission of creating positive change while entertaining his audience. Looking ahead, Jimmy envisioned even bigger projects. He talked about building schools and hospitals, funding medical research, and addressing climate change. His fans believed in his vision and supported his efforts through donations, merchandise purchases, and subscriptions. Jimmy also began mentoring young entrepreneurs, sharing tips on building businesses and managing success. He saw this as a way to give back and ensure the next generation could follow in his footsteps. By the end of 2024, MrBeast had become more than a YouTuber. He was a global leader in philanthropy, business, and entertainment. His story showed that passion, creativity, and kindness could change the world. But Jimmy knew his journey was far from over. By 2025, Jimmy Donaldson, MrBeast, had reached a level of success few could have imagined. With over 200 million subscribers, businesses thriving, and a global network of philanthropy, he stood as a symbol of generosity, innovation, and perseverance. But for Jimmy, success wasn't about numbers. It was about the legacy he wanted to leave behind. One of Jimmy's primary goals was to make Beast philanthropy a lasting force for good. He focused on building sustainable programs that could operate without constant oversight. Food banks, clean water initiatives, and disaster relief projects expanded into more countries, providing long-term support to millions. Jimmy established partnerships with international organizations to ensure these efforts continued to grow. In 2025, Jimmy announced one of his most ambitious projects yet, Beast Village. It was a community designed to provide affordable housing, education, healthcare, and job opportunities. Built in collaboration with architects and nonprofits, the village became a model for sustainable living. Each home featured solar panels, water purification systems, and community gardens. The project inspired others to create similar communities around the world. Jimmy's focus on education also grew stronger. He funded scholarships for thousands of students, built more schools, and created online learning platforms. His goal was to make quality education accessible to everyone, no matter their background. Fans admired his commitment to creating opportunities for future generations. Despite his massive success, Jimmy remained humble and relatable. He continued making entertaining videos, from massive giveaways to elaborate challenges. His team, Chandler, Chris, Carl, and others, remained by his side, adding humor and heart to every project. Fans loved seeing their chemistry and felt like part of the journey. Jimmy's ability to adapt kept him at the forefront of online entertainment. He embraced new technologies like virtual reality and artificial intelligence, creating interactive experiences for viewers. He also experimented with documentaries, highlighting global issues and solutions. These projects combined entertainment with education, inspiring fans to take action. As his influence grew, Jimmy began working with world leaders and organizations to tackle global challenges. He attended conferences on climate change, poverty, and technology, using his platform to advocate for solutions. Fans saw him not just as a creator, but as a leader committed to making the world better. One of the defining moments of Jimmy's career was launching the MrBeast Foundation. The organization focused on long-term projects, including medical research, renewable energy, and disaster preparedness. Jimmy made it clear that he wanted the foundation to continue his mission even after he stepped away from the spotlight. Despite his growing responsibilities, Jimmy never lost touch with his fans. He hosted live Q&A sessions, interacted on social media, and surprised supporters with personal messages. His connection with his audience remained one of his greatest strengths. By 2026, Jimmy's businesses, MrBeast Burger and Feastables, had become household names. The burger chain expanded to physical locations, and Feastables introduced healthier snack options. Both businesses supported his charitable work, proving that success and social impact could go hand in hand. Jimmy also launched a mentorship program to help aspiring creators. He offered workshops on content creation, marketing, and business development. Many young YouTubers credited Jimmy with helping them succeed, and his influence extended far beyond his own channel. As Jimmy approached his 30s, he began thinking about the future. While he had no plans to stop creating videos, he started delegating more responsibilities to his team. He wanted to ensure his businesses and philanthropy could continue without him at the center. In one emotional video, Jimmy reflected on his journey. From recording videos in his bedroom to becoming one of the most influential people in the world. He thanked his fans, team, and family for their support and encouraged viewers to chase their dreams. The video resonated deeply, reminding fans why they had supported him all along. Looking ahead, Jimmy envisioned even bigger projects. He talked about building more sustainable communities, funding global health initiatives, and using technology to solve complex problems. Fans believed in his vision and eagerly awaited his next steps. Jimmy's story wasn't just about fame or fortune. It was about purpose. He proved that kindness, creativity, and hard work could change lives. His legacy was already taking shape, inspiring millions to dream big, help others, and make a difference. As 2027 approached, MrBeast stood at the peak of his career. But for Jimmy Donaldson, the journey was far from over. He continued to dream, build, and give, showing the world that anything is possible with passion and perseverance. And so, the story of MrBeast continues, one act of generosity at a time.